Hi, welcome to the Me Show. I'm me and this is my show. Today we have an observation and opinion video which is entitled We the Overclocked. Let's get started, shall we?
Welcome to the Me Show. I am me and this is my show.
Let me tell you a story. I spend most of my time, when I interact with other human beings, I spend most of my time interacting with two particular human beings. These are two mates of mine that I've known for a very long time, and they are very, very smart people. Pretty much every time I come across them, at some stage I'm going to say to myself, damn, these people are smart. But for the longest time, I kind of thought that maybe I was just a teeny bit smarter than them. Because often when we would sit down to think about a project, it would seem to be me who was able to project my mind down lines of possibility and find potential advantages or faults a lot quicker than these guys. And I thought, maybe I'm just a tiny bit smarter than these fellas. But then I noticed something else. The amount of times they were pointing things out to me like, dude, it's right there in front of you on the table. Or, no, dude, the hammer is actually in your hand. And then I began to think, maybe not so much. And then I began to think about something else. Maybe I'm not a tiny bit smarter than these guys. Perhaps I'm just overclocked. Let's talk about overclocking. Inside your computer, there is a component called the clock. What it does is just one thing. It sends an electrical pulse down a wire. And every time it sends this electrical pulse, the computer does its next task. All tasks in a row, all triggered by the clock going tick, 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 tick. Now, if you wish, you can actually speed up this clock and make it, say, go from this fast to this fast. These are all very metaphorical, and I'm sure the computer nerds are going to jump all over me here, which will be like super fun. So you can actually speed this clock up, and what you will get is a computer that runs faster. So it will do what it does either faster or it will do more stuff. So then why aren't we overclocking all our computers, one might ask? Which would be a very valid question if you didn't know about computers and how things actually work on there. And I didn't know about it, and I had to find out about it, and now I know a little bit about it, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. You can overclock your computer, make it go from to, and your computer will run faster, but you do increase the chance of the computer becoming unstable. You can get the blue screens, you can get crashes, you can just get it doing crazy stuff, which is why the people who made your computer set it at a certain speed and don't really want you to muck with it too much. You can muck with it, but you will end up possibly with issues. So, on the good side, you get faster processing and your computer doing more, but on the bad side, you add instability. This sounds like a certain organic system, of which I am in possession. Aha! I'll edit that one in. So, maybe I'm not a little bit smarter than my friends. Maybe I'm a little bit overclocked. Maybe something's going on in here, and I would love for scientific people who know neurochemistry and people who know psychology, absolutely join me on this. I really want to know about the physical processes. Want to keep it sciencey, people. So maybe instead of being a little bit smarter, I'm just overclocked, which would start to make sense. I do seem to have the ability to predict problems or advantages a little bit quicker than these very smart people with whom I hang out. But I'm a little unstable. You know, if you ask them, they'll say, he's a little unstable. They won't say it. They'll say something with a wry smile, but it'll add up to, I'm not the easiest person to be friends with all the time. I can be unstable. Now, one thing about this, I seem to know other people who might be overclocked. And I'm beginning to notice things that I thought, perhaps that person's overclocked. I used to have a member of a band that I'm in, and this member of this band was dating a person, and this person was very creative, but often, if put on the spot, this person would freeze up, and it would look for all intents and purposes like this person was scatterbrained or dumb because they couldn't give an answer. And I knew what was going on. It was just like, you ever seen the Three Stooges try and go through a door at the same time? Simpsons did it, I know. But that's what happens with thoughts. You get so many thoughts that you're trying to cram them all out of the little door of your perception, that they all get caught in the doorway, all squishing and squeezing against each other, so you say nothing. Or you say something to fill the gap of awkward that's entering the room. And so to the outward, and that's why this band member used to tease this person with whom they went out with and say, "Oh, you're scatterbrained" and stuff. And I saw that it affected them because I knew that person was not scatterbrained. I could see that mind trying to tick over and give an answer, but I could see the million answers that wanted to come out as one sentence. And I thought, it's a bit of a shame. What happens when we have people who are overclocked? How do we treat them? How do we as overclocked people get along in society? It's an interesting question, and I want to do more videos on it because I think there are more things to it. But for the moment, I just wanted to put that concept out in there. I want to talk about the characteristics I feel that I seem to have found of people whom I consider to be overclocked. I probably should have said this at the start of the video. I did say it's just opinions. I have absolutely zero training. This is nothing more than opinions made from observations. But overclocked people do seem to be creative people, do seem to be particularly emotional people or sensitive people. And frequently, people who seem to live with mental conditions. Personally, I have a diagnosis for 3 mental conditions. I've got the mental illness holy trinity, which is super fun a lot of the time. But it goes beyond that. So I want to talk with people who feel that maybe they are overclocked, and I'm thinking maybe this is a thing we can talk about because the advantages of being overclocked, obviously, is that I can get a lot done. I have exceptional pattern recognition. It makes things like playing of musical instruments come fairly easy to me in terms of the mechanical things. I can pick up any instrument and get a tune out of it within minutes, but I can't play any instrument at a virtuoso level. I mean, I can play at a competent level, but there's still very much a lot for me to learn. So we have creative, sensitive people who sometimes seem a little smarter than those around them, but sometimes seem completely dumber than those around them. So maybe we're just running a little bit faster inside our brains. That's all. Just a little bit quicker. But with increased instability, with everything comes an issue. All right, I just wanted to make a short video here and maybe start a discussion and basically, be the guy who coined the term overclocked for humans. And I'm sure someone else has come up with it, so please give me links or troll me, that sort of stuff. It should all be fun. All right. Thanks for watching. If you think that this might be handy or want to help out or get other people into the discussion, share it around, say things in the comments, and but most of all, have a good day. The world needs all of us, overclocked and not. And I don't have a really good tagline to finish off with. Maybe I'll just play some music. Maybe I'll just talk softer and do kind of a fade out.